The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A play fake for Sermon. Now Lance taking a shot for Samuel. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
On play action, Lance. That's into the hands of Dwelly. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. Here's Lance to throw it. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Now Wilson down around his goal line. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down. Now it's Carson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Eric Armstead. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. They'll find Everett there, complete. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Carson, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the 49ers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
On 2nd down. It's Mitchell, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. And his pass incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Lance again here on 2nd and 10. James has got it. Complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Play action, now it's Lance. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Here's Wilson to throw. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. To throw is Wilson. Carson, the first down and more. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll try the left side. It's Carson, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing is Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. He's going to let it go again. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Niners will take over here just shy of the 30. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. Here's Lance. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Lance, a give now to Sherman. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Lance. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers.
Brandon, they just got the ball, and already they're in the end zone, and you're getting ready to talk about the PAT. That was fast.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Niners 14, Seahawks nothing. Mitch Wisnowski,
so they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried.
They've got his man complete. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Seahawks. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the final number, pretty impressive courtesy of Next Gen Stats, 21.4 miles per hour. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. On second down now, it's Mitchell. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Niners on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Off of play action, here's Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They give them 27 yards on the third down conversion. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. The Lance going to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what do we go?
He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Right there, 54, right there.
Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
This to the sideline and nearly intercepted. Oh, he had that in his grasp. Couldn't get it. Instead, it'll bring up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And Lance now to throw. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Rolling to his right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. They go play action with Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On 2nd down, it's Carson, and this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And the half will begin with a touchback.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Wilson. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Here's Wilson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the 49ers are going to get it back here just past the 35. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Play action, now it's Lance. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
This time, the extra point up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. No return here for Wilson. To touch back, it'll come out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now a play fake. Lance. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Lance finding Kittle. First down, San Francisco. Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Second down and goal. Lance, touchdown! Elijah Mitchell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Seahawks 13.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 33-yard line. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a first down. Now it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact and the next-gen stats. The extra point splits the uprights, and this is back to an 8-point game. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. P.J. Hall there to make the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
To the right side, this is Sermon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. And this one out quickly to James. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
From the gun, it's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, and this is what we mean when we talk about flipping the field, having your offense look at going a long way to a short way after he makes a play. His ability to do that, evident. Able to make the catch there, keep his momentum going, and just continue downfield.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Wilson, option right. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson, and this one's incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Gerald Everett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Wilson going to throw for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
A play fake for Sermon. Now Lance. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Lance on target to Samuel for a Niner first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 3 yards remain for second down. They run once more with Sermon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
And now they'll throw with Lance. Throw left side complete. That's James. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Now a handoff. Sermon. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On second down now, it's Mitchell. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down. On the handoff, Sermon. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he goes backwards here. Losing yardage back to the 16. That'll wind up as a loss on the play. So now they're staring at a third down and 12. On play action, Lance. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long. Got to push it.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Slide for the PAT. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth-quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Pass rusher extraordinaire, D. Ford that time, getting the sack. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Maurice Hurst in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It got his man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Seahawks are within the extra point of taking the lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got a catch.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken a lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow. How many people watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah. What looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation? And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners have just about sewn up this football game. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks.
Let's go.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are